Imagine waking up 30 days from now, opening your bank account, and seeing an extra $1,000 sitting there, not from a lottery ticket, not from a miracle, but because you engineered it, step by step, decision by decision. That's not a dream, that's math, and today I'll show you how to do it. When people think about saving money, they usually start by trimming a little here and there, skipping one coffee a week, buying the slightly cheaper brand at the store, maybe walking instead of driving once in a while. And while these changes do add up over time, they won't get you to $1,000 quickly. To hit a fast financial target, you can't just cut comfortably. You have to cut ruthlessly. This means taking a hard, uncompromising look at where your money is bleeding out and deciding, with absolute clarity, what stays and what goes. Imagine your expenses as a spaceship that has to break through Earth's atmosphere. Every bit of unnecessary weight slows you down and burns extra fuel. If you want lift off, you start throwing out what isn't essential. That's the mindset you need when attacking your spending. Let's get practical. Pull up your last month's bank statement. Don't just glance at it. Study it line by line as if you were an engineer inspecting a blueprint. Ask yourself, does this expense move me forward or does it anchor me down? Most people are shocked by what they find. Streaming subscriptions stacked on top of each other. Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and maybe even that random $7 charge from a service you forgot existed. Dining out 5 times a week, where a $20 meal could have been a $5 home-cooked dish. Impulse buys, clothes, gadgets, little treats that felt harmless in the moment but add up to hundreds in a month. When you see the numbers, you realize it's not that you don't earn enough. It's that too much of what you earn is silently slipping away. The first ruthless cut is awareness, knowing exactly where your money is going. Without this, saving $1,000 fast will always feel impossible because you're driving with blindfolds on. Now, here's where the ruthlessness comes in. It's not enough to identify the leaks. You have to seal them immediately. Cancel the subscriptions you don't use. Cut dining out down to once a week, not because eating at home is glamorous, but because it's powerful. Brew your own coffee instead of buying it every morning, and for the next 30 days, adopt a mindset of pause before purchase. Any time you want to spend on something that isn't a true necessity, stop and ask yourself, will this get me closer to $1,000, or push me further away? If it doesn't serve the goal, you let it go. This isn't deprivation, it's strategy. It's you deciding consciously that $1,000 in your pocket is more valuable than short-term convenience. And when you make these cuts, you'll feel something incredible. You'll feel control. Because suddenly, you're not just spending on autopilot. You're directing every dollar with purpose. That kind of discipline doesn't just save money. It transforms how you think about money. Cutting expenses is powerful, but it has a ceiling. No matter how ruthlessly you slash costs, you can only cut so much. That's where most people stop. They squeeze their budget until it's dry, and then wonder why they're still crawling toward their savings goal. But if you want to hit $1,000 fast, you can't just play defense. You need offense, and offense means income. Think of your financial journey like launching a rocket. Expense cutting reduces the weight, but to really break through, you need engines, multiple engines. Your primary income is the main engine, sure, but relying on it alone is like trying to escape gravity with half the thrust. The solution, build a side engine, something that kicks in, adds acceleration, and gets you to that $1,000 faster than pure cutting ever could. The good news, in today's world, building a side engine is easier than it's ever been. The internet has ripped apart the old barriers that used to exist between normal people and extra income. You don't need a huge investment. You don't need to quit your job. What you need is time, energy, and creativity. Let's get concrete. Spend 10 hours a week driving for Uber or Lyft, and at $20 an hour, that's $200 in your pocket. Multiply that by 4 weeks and you've added $800, almost your entire goal, just by turning your evenings or weekends into productive hours, not into driving, no problem. Deliver groceries with Instacart, walk dogs through Rover, or pick up small freelance gigs on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork. And don't overlook the old school plays, selling unused electronics, clothes, or furniture online. That dusty treadmill in your garage isn't just taking up space, it's money waiting to be unlocked. The point isn't which method you pick. The point is that income opportunities are everywhere if you decide to look for them. Now, let's talk mindset, because this is where most people fail. They see side hustles as extra work, something that feels optional, something they'll try. When they have time, that's the wrong lens. You have to see a side hustle as a temporary rocket booster, a focused, short-term mission with a clear destination. $1,000. It's not forever. It's not about grinding until you collapse. It's about intensity for 30 to 60 days. Think about it like this. If your car battery dies, you don't need the jumper cables forever. You just need that surge of energy to get the engine running again. That's what your side hustle is, a surge, an accelerator, and when you attack it with that mentality, short-term, high focus, you'd be amazed at how fast you can stack cash, because suddenly you're not crawling toward your goal with tiny cuts. You're sprinting toward it, powered by a second engine you built with your own effort. And when that engine roars to life, $1,000 stops being a dream and starts being an inevitable milestone. The hardest part of saving money isn't actually starting, it's staying consistent. Anyone can cut back for a week. Anyone can pick up a side hustle for a few days, but sustaining those actions long enough to hit $1,000, that's where most people break down. Why? Because they rely on willpower. And willpower is weak. It burns out fast. One rough day at work, one stressful week, and suddenly the $50 you plan to save gets spent on comfort food, new gadgets, or impulse buys. That's why you need a system that works even when you're tired, distracted, or tempted. That system is automation. The same way engineers design machines to keep running without constant human control, you must design your money flow to operate without constant decisions. If you want your savings to grow fast, you have to remove choice from the equation. Here's how you make it real. The moment money comes in, don't leave it sitting in your checking account where it's easy to spend. Set up an automatic transfer into a separate savings account, ideally one you can't touch without effort. Think of it like this. When your paycheck hits on Friday, by Saturday morning, a set amount $50, $100, $200 should already be moved into savings before you even wake up. You don't see it. You don't feel it. It's gone, secured, untouchable. That's automation in action. It turns saving from an emotional decision into a mechanical process. And the brilliance of this system is that it doesn't ask for your discipline every day. It doesn't care if you're tired, if you're stressed, or if your willpower is drained. The money moves automatically whether you're ready or not. That's what creates momentum, because week after week you're stacking savings without having to fight your own habits. But automation does more than build discipline, it builds psychology. When you watch your savings account grow, something powerful shifts in your mindset. You stop seeing saving as deprivation and start seeing it as progress. That's a game changer. Every transfer is proof that you're moving closer to the $1,000 goal. It becomes addictive in the best way possible. The same way athletes get hooked on the feeling of progress. you'll get hooked on the sight of your balance growing. And once that momentum builds, it's unstoppable. Suddenly, you're not struggling to save, you're excited to save. You're not asking, how much do I have to cut? You're asking, how much faster can I reach my goal? That shift, fueled by automation, is what transforms a short-term mission into a long-term habit. Because if you can engineer your finances to grow on autopilot for 30 days, you can engineer them to grow for 30 years. And that's how $1,000 fast turns into financial freedom forever. Here's the truth. Saving $1,000 fast isn't about luck. It's about design. Cut ruthlessly so your money stops slipping away. Build a side engine so new cash flows in. Automate momentum so the system works even when you don't. Do these 3 things and the $1,000 isn't just a number, it's a launchpad. Because once you prove to yourself that you can create results this quickly, you'll never look at money the same way again. The real win isn't just the cash in your account, it's the power in your hands. And with that power, $1,000 is just the beginning. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss an update.